first, I'd like you to just tell me your initial impression on what was going on at the time.
Well, as a hockey team, we were there to play hockey. We knew in a country that people were a little disappointed, people were very upset, people were very frustrated. The economy wasn't going very well. The hostages had been taken. There was some threats of a Cold War, and just the political atmosphere wasn't very, very good. And we couldn't concern ourselves with that. We had to play hockey. That was our objective, to go to the Olympic Games and play well. Winning and losing wasn't going to change the world, but as we found out later, it sure as heck made people pretty happy.
I see. You yourself, were you very intimidated by not just like you're in the Olympics, but playing against Red Army soldiers, communist, big guys, you know?
Yeah, no, not really, because I had played against the Soviets twice before in World Championships, so I kind of knew, what their deal was, that they were soldiers in the Red Army, but that still they were hockey players. We never looked beyond the fact that they were hockey players, and whether I agreed or disagreed with their political differences or questions or communism or freedom, you still had to respect them as hockey players, and that's really how we approached it. Even when I played them the first time in '73, '74, and then when I played them again in '76, and then played them again in 1980, it was still they were an awfully good hockey team, and that's how we looked at it.
So basically, you're set on hockey, and you didn't think of it as like a battle for the Cold War.
No, it was, again, to us it was a hockey game. To people in this country, it was a battle of the Cold War. But I think you have to be able to separate sports from politics, and I think we were able to do that because of Herb Brooks and the type of players that we had on our team. It was we weren't going to solve the world's problems winning and losing. We just need to go out there and play well and be represent our country the best that we could.
I see. Can you tell me a little about the game itself?
Well, the game itself, we came out probably a little nervous at the beginning, and then kind of settled down. Mark Johnson scored a goal with basically 1 second left to go at the end of the first period. That totally changed the mindset of our hockey team. We went in the locker room. We couldn't wait to go back out and play again. We were pretty excited. We noticed as the game was going on, the Soviets were getting pretty frustrated. They were changing the way they normally play, so the game was really kind of falling into our hands a little. And then a play was made here, and a play was made there, and then the next thing you know, it's within a one-goal game. And our thought going in was if we could keep it close, 3-4 goals was probably maximum that we could have. If it got into 5 or 6 goals, we had no chance. We weren't going to be able to score that many goals against them. So we had to play smart defensively, and we had to make good decisions and keep the game close. And we did till the very end, and were able to do that. Call you back. Yeah, I'll call you right back. Bye.
What was kind of the I don't know, what were you thinking when I forget his name, but when the Russians pulled their
Tretiak.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they took Tretiak out of the game, and to us as a team, we were very surprised. We thought maybe he got hurt or something was going on because he let in two uncharacteristic goals in the first period. So it was 2-2, and normally somebody like him doesn't make those kind of mistakes. So when they took him out again, it was okay. They got to put another goalie in, but that's like taking out I say Patrick Roy, putting in Martin Brodeur. I mean, he's still the second best goalie in the Soviet Union, so he was pretty good. But the other thing is we were never concerned about what the Soviets were doing. One of the things Herb kept telling us, and if he said it once, he said it 1,000 times, it was play your game, play your game. We weren't concerned about how they were playing. We were more concerned about how we were going to play. And because the game stayed so close, we were able to stay within the style of hockey that we thought we needed to play in order to win. And like I said earlier, if the game got out of hand, then we would have had to change and do things differently. But for the most part, we had a game plan and we stayed right to it.
That's good. Did you ever see the Disney movie Miracle?
Too many times.
As of us, but would you say it's very accurate?
I would say the movie was probably 85 to 90% accurate. In the movie, Kurt Russell as Herb Brooks is a little nicer, a little softer. Herb was more intense, so they kind of made Herb out to be a little friendlier. I think they captured in the movie the spirit of our team, the closeness of our team. There's no question that in the movie they captured how great the victory was and what it meant to a country. So that was pretty special to see that they were able to get that. If I were to change anything in the movie, I think they should have mentioned more players. There's not enough guys mentioned in the movie. But as we found out, it's really the Herb Brooks story. It was the victory through Herb's eyes, so to speak, and we were just a part of it. But I thought they did a nice job. I thought it was not as good as the HBO documentary, which is better than the movie. But the movie was done well.
Yeah. The youngest player on the team was 18, right?
Mike Ramsey, I think.
Yes. Yeah, that's him. Was he treated any different? Just because?
No, we had a couple of 18-year-olds. I think Neil Broughton might have been just a little older than 18. David Christian, I think, might have been 19. Average age was only 21. And you know, he lived with his mom and dad. The rink was down the street from where he grew up, so we didn't really see much of Mike. You know, he couldn't drink, so he couldn't go out with us after practices or anything. So basically, you know, practices would end, and Ram or his mom or dad might pick him up and take him home. It was really kind of strange to be on a team with somebody that young and so good, and somebody so good too.
All right. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think, you know, I think what I like to stress, because I know it's involving, you know, the history, is again it was a moment that made a nation feel proud, that was looking for something to feel good about, and I think we were able to bring that. Did it change the world's policies, politics, or anything like that? No, but it did give you know, the state, you know, the country a lift and a boost, and people started feeling proud again to be an American. And you know, we go to events now and we hear USA, USA chants at sporting events. It happened in Lake Placid. That's when it started, with the USA, USA chants at stadiums that we hear now all the time. So it's kind of nice and rewarding and refreshing to know that you know, we brought that so much joy to so many people.
That's good.